Well, like every Indian, you and me, we wait for the sale. Since December, we have been asking you guys to hold on to your purchase, like just hold on to your money, and now is the time. So finally, the Indian inside you and me will be satisfied with sweet deals. But again, not every deal is good. Like MacBook Air M1 is available for 69,900 on Amazon. But as much as I like the number and the deal, 8GB RAM and M1 is too old for 2024. 2025, my bad. Still living in the old year. It's a bad deal because for 10,000 more, you get a MacBook Air M2 on Flipkart with 16GB RAM, a better display and MagSafe charging. And two things to note about this particular sale, like this will be the last sale for these smartphones since there is no upcoming good season or festival. Plus, smartphone manufacturers are trying to clear their inventory, so you will see these smartphones on sales for a couple of more days. Now with that out, what are the best deals? How to avoid bad deals? How to spot good reviews? This is a power-packed video and the only sale video you need to watch. Let's go. Now let's start with the most budget and go to the most expensive smartphone, and then we'll have some laptop and gadget deals. We'll try to leave timestamps below if possible. Now the first smartphone in deal is iQOO Z9X. It usually sells for 12,499 and currently it is selling for 11,999. You get a flat 1,500 discount. Now let me tell you a small sale trick. Usually brands hike the price before the sale to show you a fat discount. No fat shaming, but it's just the word. Like for iQOO Z9X, as per Amazon, there is a 33% discount because MRP is 17,999. But in this graph, you see the phone always sold for 12,499. So you can find out these tricks using this extension called Keepa for Amazon and Price History for Flipkart. Now back to the phone. Three really good things about it. Number one, it has Snapdragon 6 Gen 1. Number two, you get stereo speakers. Number three, you get 6,000 mAh battery with 44-watt fast charging. Generally, you don't see this combo in this price range. So if you want a smartphone for your parents or someone younger, it's a good choice. Now, the base 4GB variant is for 11,999. So if you do quite a lot of multitasking, I would recommend to go one RAM variant up and get the 6GB RAM variant. Next up is Realme Narzo 70 Turbo. Now it usually sells for 16,999, but currently on Amazon you get a 2,500 coupon, and straight up for 14,499 this phone performs really well. You get BGMI at 90 FPS and Antutu score of around 7 lakh. Now we have been using this phone for quite some time and we'll only talk about phones which we have used personally based on our practical experience. Now the only thing is, with Realme phones generally you get a lot of bloatware, so you'll have to uninstall them. Next up we have the Motorola Edge 50 Neo. It launched for a price of 23,999. Currently it is selling on Flipkart for 20,999. Hands down, at this price you get a 3x telephoto camera and it takes really good photos. I used it for an entire trip and photos are just fab. You get IP68 rating, wireless charging, etc. But the main thing is the phone is so compact. I mean, it's like so tiny like your... Compact phones are rare, and especially for a good photo camera in this price range, Moto Edge 50 Neo is a good option. We already covered it with pros and cons in this video. You can check that out. Now battery life is something which is not that great on Moto Edge 50 Neo. So if your main requirement is good battery life on 5G, then Note CE4, which usually sells for 22,999, it is down to 21,999, and you also get a 1250 SBI discount, so you can further bring down the price. Now if you talk about OnePlus, you have to speak about this. See, thankfully the Note series is not affected by the green line problem, and OnePlus is now doing a good job to fix the green line issues. So if battery life and software is your priority, Note CE4 in this price range is a really good option. Now if you raise your budget slightly, where it is, you get Note 4. Now usually it sells for 29,999, but with card discount and everything, it is down to 26,499. At that price, it's a good overall phone. You get Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3, which sounds like a 7 series processor, but it actually performs like an 8S Gen 3. OnePlus is also promising 4 years of Android updates and 6 years of security updates. Currently, OnePlus has a good track record of providing updates on time. The Note 4 has already received Android 15, plus the battery life and charging on the Note 4 is really good. Now in a similar price range, if you're looking for a gaming phone, iQOO Neo 9 Pro is available for 29,999. iQOO Neo 9 Pro although comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and it might sound old, but the processor is really capable. Also, iQOO will receive 2 plus 3 years of updates more. Only for gaming and not camera, iQOO Neo 9 Pro is a really good deal. Next up, you are getting OnePlus 12R for 39,999 on Amazon and Flipkart, and I would recommend don't buy it. A better deal is the new OnePlus 13R. It is newly launched and it is now down to the same price, 39,999. Now, 3 good upgrades that you get this year. Number 1, you get a new processor 8 Gen 3. Number 2, you get a 2x telephoto camera that takes good photos. Number 3, you get a larger 6,000 mAh battery which easily lasts 1.5 days. So OnePlus 12R was a good phone, but the 13R is even better at that price. Now, if your budget is slightly high, there's a very hidden underrated smartphone deal. iQOO 12 is down from 59,999 to 44,999. And at that price, I believe it's the most well-rounded phone. Like you get a 3x periscope camera, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 5000 mAh battery with 120 watt fast charging. The only thing is, FunTouchOS is not very fun, but it is still not bad. They have also removed hot apps and hot games from the recent update on the iQOO 12. It's a well-rounded performance and camera phone for this price. Now, in similar price range, if you're looking for a good camera and video phone and much more compact form factor, Xiaomi 14 is available for 49,999. Like we did a dedicated video on it, but I believe it's the most fun camera smartphone I have ever used. Rest, I feel if you want to buy a flagship, the best deal is S23 Ultra. Usually it sells for 1.2 lakh, but currently on Amazon, you can buy it for 69,999. And this is the lowest it has ever been. And at that price, it's almost similar to S24 Ultra. Apart from display and 5x camera upgrade, it still takes good photos, battery life is good. In fact, if you put One UI on Samsung against any flagship, Samsung phones are a whole new world. We recently gave it like Best Smartphone in Sale award, and it truly deserves that. Now, for the next laptop, smartwatch and gadget deal, Mrinal has a very good list. On to him.
Okay, so if you're thinking of buying a MacBook, now is the best time because MacBook Air M2 with 16 GB of RAM, which is usually sold for 90,000, is currently available at 79,999. And just like Prateek said in the starting, this is just 10,000 rupees more than the currently selling MacBook Air M1, and for that you get 8 GB more RAM, MagSafe charging, better display. And personally, I have been using this M2 Air for past 2 years, and Gaurav is using this M1 Air, and sometimes I have noticed that this M1 Air lags or gets stuck, but this one never does. Another thing that I've been using for years is this iPhone 15, and if you're looking for an affordable iPhone 15, you can get it for as low as 55,000. Now the device is listed at 57,999 without any bank offer, but with Amazon Pay ICI bank card, you can get up to 1,700 off, which brings the effective price to about 56,000. Also, for the first time ever, the iPhone 16 is coming at 64,000, which is usually sold for 75,000. So that's a solid 11,000 rupees discount on a brand new iPhone. So you will be like, Mrinal, should I get the iPhone 15 or the iPhone 16? Well, you can watch the detailed video here, but long story short, there are two major differences. Number one, iPhone 16 is more powerful as it comes with A18 processor and 8 GB of RAM, while the iPhone 15 comes with 6 GB of RAM and A16 processor. And second, iPhone 16 has Apple Intelligence, while the iPhone 15 will never get it. But then again, Apple Intelligence has not fully arrived even in January 2025, and whatever has arrived, well, it's just meh, just like the camera control button in the iPhone 16. So in simple terms, iPhone 15 if you're under budget and you're planning to use your iPhone for next 2 to 3 years. However, if you need Apple Intelligence and you're planning to use your phone for more than 4-5 years, then get the iPhone 16. Rest, if you're looking for a tablet, then the Xiaomi Pad 6, which is usually sold for 24,000, is now available at 22,000. Plus you also get the bank offer, which makes it the lowest price ever. Yes, there is Mi Pad 7, which is currently launched and we are testing it, but the Mi Pad 6 is a solid tablet if you can get it around 20,000 with bank offers and stuff. Okay, so this Sony PlayStation 5 Digital Edition is currently sold for 44,000, but as per this Amazon page, it shows X1999. So it might be available either for 41,000 or 31,000. Now if it's 41,000, it doesn't make a lot of sense because usually in the sale the price goes to 37 anyway. But if it is 31,000, oh my god, at this price it's a killer deal. But let's not get our hopes high and wait for the deals to be revealed.
So that was the video. If you have any smartphone or gadget that you are using and it's on a very nice deal, do leave your own review. We'll pin down the best ones for the community. On that note, Prateek signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, pew, pew. And also we'll try to constantly update the deals in the description, so keep following the description.